Hello everyone, and welcome to The Sims Lore. Today, we're looking into several households that are connected within Lucky Palms. So grab your snacks and let's find out who the king of Lucky Palms is. Don't forget to subscribe and like this if you enjoyed it. Alright, let's get straight into the video. The King family is made up of 4 members, husband and wife Brayden and Kadia King, and their twin daughters Abriana and Abrielle. The Kings are pillars of respectability and popularity. Their twin daughters excel scholastically and are both gifted with creative talents. As these two cultivated teens grow into adulthood, where will their life path take them? And what will their parents do once their little birds have flown? The Kings live at 69 Gulfview Road in a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom home called Pillars of Society, whose description reads, "From the front, this house is all business, straight lines, long, low and stable. However, the inside is built for entertaining and the free-form pool makes the backyard an exclusive oasis for the rich and powerful to play in." Alright, so first let's look at their house. As you come in, you can see why it's called Pillars of Society. There are several of these pillars in the hallway as you come towards the main living room / entertainment area. This room is fully equipped with bookshelves, a bar, a stereo, plenty of seating areas, a desk, a chess table and a fireplace. On the other side of the house, there is a green dining room, an open plan kitchen and another smaller living room that seems more homey and personal. I assume that this is where the family really hangs out, and the bigger spot on the other side of the house is where they entertain their million friends. This living area also has a dining table, a desk, a computer, a dresser, counter space, sofas and armchairs, a small bookshelf and a TV. Upstairs is where the bedrooms are. And to get to each one, the family has to go through this dark, musty hallway. I mean, if this is the best money can buy, I don't want it. Anyway, the first bedroom is assumed to be Abrielle's since she's the one with 3 skill points in painting. Here she has an ensuite bathroom as well, which she shares with Abriana, who is in the room next door. Brayden and Kadia's room is the last one down the hall. Here they have 2 dressers, a bookshelf, 2 armchairs and a little table because rich people like to buy things they'll never use and that look like they would belong in a hotel. Yeah, so the master bedroom also has an ensuite bathroom as well. And at first glance, everything seems fine. But then, that's pretty weird. I wonder if Brayden and Kadia are hiding something underneath the bathroom floor. Maybe a box full of bits of their victims? Or maybe it's just a mistake by the developers who made this house. I guess we'll never know. Also, these people have 30,000 simoleons and household funds. What the heck is this? Okay, that's much better. Okay, now let's look at the family a little bit closer. Though young, Brayden has had incredible success climbing the political ladder and he is admired by the citizens of the town. Brayden is a 1-star celebrity, has the Aries star sign and is in his mid-adult years. He is a workaholic, a perfectionist, family-oriented, charismatic and ambitious. His favorites are indie music, Stew Surprise and the color green. Brayden works as a local representative in the political career, which is a level 6 out of 10. Brayden's lifetime wish is to become the leader of the free world, and although his bio mentions that he is young, if he doesn't work harder at bettering his relationship with his boss and get more funding, he could become an elder by the time he gets promoted. He has 3 skill points in logic, 5 in charisma, and 1 in handiness. In his inventory, we can find the usual, but also a book titled Special Snowflake. Brayden has a very big relationships panel. I could list them all, but I don't want you guys to start falling asleep on me, so I'll focus on the most important ones. He is good friends with Eli Vokoban, whom we covered in my video The Tea in Lucky Palms is Piping Hot. If you haven't seen that one yet, go watch it since there'll be spoilers in this video. Brayden also has a great relationship with his 2 twin daughters and his wife Kadia. He has several friends around Lucky Palms, including celebrity Lennon Sosa. He also has a few distant friends and is disliked with Lena Lancaster, Jason Hendricks and exes with Yolanda Shaw. This is interesting considering that as a local politician, he probably doesn't want to be associated with the likes of Jason, Lena and their unborn baby. Also, have you noticed how Yolanda keeps popping up in Sims' relationships panel? We'll definitely have to take a look at her as well. Let's have a look at Brayden's wife, Kadia. Polished and refined, Kadia strives to be the perfect wife and mother. She is an anchor in a world of chaos and loves her family fiercely. Kadia is a one-star celebrity, has the Sagittarius star sign, and is in her mid-adult years. She is neurotic, family-oriented, a vegetarian, neat, and good. Her favorites are classical music, salmon, and the color yellow. So far, everything matches her bio, maybe except the fact that she seems to have refined favorites, but not that much of a refined personality considering her neurotic flaw. Kadia works as a toddler sports coach in the athletic career, and her lifetime wish is to be surrounded by family. Because she already has 2 daughters, she would need 3 more kids to complete this. Considering she's in her mid-adult years, the couple would have to start very soon, and the use of age-reverting cheats would probably come into play here as well. To make it easier and a bit quicker, you can also adopt 3 more kids and just have them age up faster. This totally works, by the way, and I'm sure that would look great to the public and help her husband Brayden with his political career. But that's of course in the story, not the actual game. And also make sure the kids end up looking presentable. Kadia has 1 skill point in painting, 2 in athletic, 3 in charisma, and 2 in handiness. In her inventory, we can find the usual, but also a book titled A Wall Between Us. Just like her husband, Kadia also has a pretty big relationships panel. She gets along great with all family members and has several friends, including celebrities Lennon Sosa, Aya Tanner, Donovan Steele, Kitty Price, and Roman Tanner. She is disliked with neighbours Jason Hendricks and Lena Lancaster. Next is Abrielle. Her bio reads, "A child prodigy, Abrielle is a very talented painter and writer. Abrielle has the Leo star sign and is a young teen. She is a bookworm, virtuoso, a genius, and a hopeless romantic. Her favorites are indie music, French toast, and the color purple. She is a C high school student and also has a part-time job as a beverage consultant at the local spa. She is very skilled for a teen, having 3 skill points in logic, 3 in painting, 1 in athletic, 2 in charisma, 1 in cooking, and 2 in writing. In her inventory, we can find the usual, but also 2 books titled Paradox Lost and Out of the Wastelands of Your Heart. Abrielle is romantically involved with Ethan Tanner, is best friends forever with her twin Abriana, good friends with her parents, Piper Sparks, friends with Roman Tanner, Lennon Sosa, and Yuna and Aya Tanner. Okay, now let's look at Abriana. Her bio reads, Abriana is quiet and soft-spoken and very well liked by all who meet her. She has the Leo star sign and is a young teen. She is a genius, virtuoso, childish, and friendly. Her favorites are classical music, spaghetti, and the color pink. Abriana is a C high school student, and she also works as a book genre sorter in the local bookstore. She is also very skilled, just like her twin. She has 3 skill points in logic, 2 in charisma and writing, 1 in gardening, and 1 in guitar. In her inventory, we can find the usual, but also a book titled The Case of the Red Bicycle. So now that we've looked at the whole family, I want to take a look at the people who the Kings are involved with or used to be involved with. First up is Yolanda Shaw. And Yolanda has quite the past, as she's connected to several people throughout Lucky Palms. Short skirts and persistent flirts, Yolanda likes the boys and the boys like her. This good time gal shirks responsibility and hates to be tied down, but recently she noticed some changes in her daily routine. Is she really expecting a baby? If so, can she possibly put her fast-paced life on hold to raise a child alone? Okay, what? Another unborn baby? This neighborhood is just... Let's firstly have a look at our house. Yolanda lives towards the entrance of Lucky Palms in a 1-bedroom, 2-bathroom home called Classic Compound, whose description reads, built for the celebrity lifestyle with its guitar pool and recording studio, this compound will make any sim feel like a rock star. A once legendary music festival happened near here many years ago. Maybe it can be revived? Just like the house description says, the mansion is definitely fit for a rock star. As you come in, there is a guitar on a pedestal. Past that, there is a little hangout area for two in front of the TV and a living room. From the dining table, you can head into the kitchen, which also leads out to an outdoor eating area with a pergola. Here, Yolanda has a bar, a table that seats 4, and a grill. Past the dining and kitchen areas, there is a bathroom and a hallway that leads to her bedroom and her ensuite bathroom. What I find interesting is this telescope right here, which I will come back to later when we get more context. Heading outside, she has a huge space with a pool that's actually in the shape of a guitar, a jacuzzi, a bar, 2 tables that seat 4 each, some sun loungers, and another bar and seating area next to her recording studio. In here, there are some sofas and a TV, 2 computers, a stereo, and a room that's supposed to be a recording room. Of course, in The Sims 3, that's not really possible to have, but this room can be turned into loads of different things. And you can also just pretend she's recording music once she reaches a higher music career level. Yolanda also has 2 cars in her 2 separate garages. One is a Buan Speedster YL, and the other one is a VFN compensator. Now let's see what she's all about. Yolanda hates long-term commitments and prefers to live her life minute by minute. At first I thought minute was misspelled, but it's spelled like that twice, so this made me think it's probably intentional and referring to minuets. A minuet is a ballroom dance that was popular in the 18th century. It can also refer to the music that accompanies the dance. This could refer to Yolanda's wish to court several Sims, which we'll know more about in a second. Yolanda's an adult Sim with the Aries star sign who is flirty, a party animal, childish, a mooch, and a schmoozer. Her favorites are indie music, dim sum, and the color orange. Yolanda works as a roadie in the music career. Even though she owns a mansion and 2 cars, her job description reads that she's basically a personal assistant, grabbing band members' sandwiches, sodas, and their laundry. This to me is pretty interesting because I wonder where Yolanda made her wealth. Unless this is her family's wealth, I don't see how she could have purchased this house with her current job. Maybe she used to be a star but failed and had to climb up the career ladder all over again. Although, wouldn't that kind of mean she would sell her mansion to be able to survive? It's highly unlikely she'd be able to sustain this lifestyle with her roadie job. To further prove this theory, I went to the Sunwest graveyard to look for any of Yolanda's possible family members, but I had no luck. Let me know your theories in the comments on how Yolanda might have come to own this mansion. My personal theory is that she moved here after she decided to leave her band, the Shaws, and thought of retiring in a huge mansion while trying to make it work solo. Her solo music career didn't take off, but she didn't seem to be fazed. She kept the mansion, but her money kept decreasing every day. As she started to run out and couldn't keep up with the crazy upkeep of her mansion, Yolanda decided to go back to her old band and ask for her old job back as the lead guitarist. Unfortunately for her, however, the band laughed in her face and offered her a roadie position. Yolanda accepted because it was better than waitressing at the Sandy place, and she could at least keep up with her bills a bit better. Okay, so let's look at her relationships panel. Yolanda is best friends forever with Lena Lancaster, who interestingly is also pregnant, like we established in this video. If you haven't seen it, click here. She is friends with her neighbor Morgan Claremont and Ariel Hudson, distant friends with Mariana, Omar, and Darlene Matlapin, and also distant friends with Lola Lancaster and Darren Dreamer. She is exes with Richard Irwin and Lennon Sosa, disliked with Sammy Claremont, Kinsley Hudson, Emmy Irwin, Kitty Price, and also exes with Jason Hendricks and Brayden King. I find it really interesting that Yolanda used to date her best friend's baby daddy. I guess Yolanda doesn't really care since she's just here to play the field. And Lena's just hoping she can get some sucker to marry her so she can get that sweet cash and see her spouse's ghost. I think Yolanda is flirting with her friends Ariel Hudson and Morgan Claremont, as that's why the men's partners Kinsley and Sammy hate Yolanda. This actually brings me back to the telescope. If you noticed here, it's pointed pretty much towards her neighbors, the Claremont's house. She could be spying on her next victim, which I assume is Morgan Claremont, considering he's her closest friend after Lena. This could also be why she's disliked by his wife Sammy, since she feels like Yolanda is basically spying on them. Yeah, that totally proves my theory. Also, she's seriously hated around town, but most importantly, she's hated by the biggest political figure in Lucky Palms, which also happens to be her ex, Brayden King. So why do they hate each other so much? What happened there? Who left who? Who's bitter? I have a feeling that Brayden was actually Yolanda's first victim. My theory is that they started dating when they were both in their second year at university. Yolanda was studying music and Brayden was studying political science. They met at a party, and even though they had nothing in common, they were inseparable. But Yolanda had bigger plans and started cheating on Brayden with Jason Hendricks, who was studying business at the time. She had met him through their mutual friend, Lena Lancaster, who was waitressing at the local cafe. Unfortunately for Brayden, he ends up on his lunch break at the same cafe and spots Yolanda making out with Jason. Brayden breaks up with her and has a really hard time getting over the whole thing. He ends up finding out how Jason came into the picture and finds out Lena set the two of them up, making Brayden dislike her. Little did he know he would end up meeting his future wife Kadia a short time later when they both took the same charisma class. So let's have a closer look at this baby drama. Ugh, I hate the pregnancy outfits in The Sims 3. I mean, that can't be comfortable. Couldn't they have randomized, comfier looking pregnancy clothes? Once Yolanda gives birth, it's easy to see who the father is. And it looks like it's her ex, Lennon Sosa. Let's have a closer look at him. Please ignore the band members in her son's relationship panel. I had to do that for the backstory. Lennon's household bio reads, a top student from the prestigious Fromage Grill cooking school, Lennon has a big appetite and even bigger dreams. Known for his lavish parties, robust garden, and scrumptious cuisine, he quickly became a town favorite. But can he surpass Roman Tanner and become known as the #1 chef in town? Lennon lives at 71 Gulfview Road in the more expensive area of Lucky Palms, where the Kings, Hendricks, and Lovers households are. Lennon lives in a 1-bedroom, 1.5-bathroom home called Modernista, whose description reads, if this house could strut down the runway, it would. A large contemporary mansion is the ultimate fashion accessory after all. We think this house is very this season. His house is what you'd expect, lavish but with nothing out of the ordinary. As you come in, there is a large living room with some colorful art, a kitchen that is accessible from the dining area, and upstairs he has his bedroom. Lennon also has a pretty large pool, a jacuzzi, patio furniture, and a large garden at the side of his house, which pairs nicely with his cooking skills. Interestingly, even though he has a garage with a parking space in it, he doesn't own a car. Lennon's bio reads, Lennon is a suave ladies' man and a top chef. Lennon is a 3-star celebrity adult who has the Pisces star sign, and he is a natural cook, a party animal, dislikes children, has a green thumb, and is ambitious. His favorites are kids' music, cheesesteak, and the color grey. He works as a pastry chef, where he's doing pretty well. However, he could improve his relationship with his coworkers. His lifetime wish is to become a 5-star celebrated chef, and he also knows a lot of people. Like, a lot. And as we can see here, unfortunately, he has enemies with his coworker Roman Tanner, and pretty much Roman's entire family. Clearly, as his household bio says, Lennon and Roman are in rivalry due to their mutual interest of becoming celebrated chefs. Interestingly, Lennon's highest relationship is with his neighbors, Jason Hendricks and the King family. Lennon is pretty skilled, having 3 skill points in charisma, 5 in cooking, 2 in fishing, and 5 in gardening. In his inventory, we can find the usual, but also a book called Mayhem in Utopia, which honestly describes this whole story. My theory is that Lennon didn't know Yolanda, Brayden, or anyone else before moving to Lucky Palms, since he went to study at Fromage Grill cooking school. I think he met Yolanda way after all her relationships, and Lennon was her most recent lover, considering she's with child. Okay, so to summarize the Kings. I think on the surface, they look like the perfect family, but deep down, I just know that they're not as happy as it seems. And to summarize Yolanda, she's pregnant with her ex Lennon Sosa's baby. She dated 4 Sims in total. Sims around town hate her since she keeps flirting with their partners. She's friends with Lena, who is also pregnant with none other than Yolanda's ex, and she is somehow filthy rich without working a good enough job. I just think she's a mess of a sim, but I still had a lot of fun playing with her. Let me know how you guys play with these households. Alright guys, there you have it. Lots of info on all of these households. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know your theories in the comments below, I'd love to read them. I'd like to thank my patrons Negative Dana, Papa Khan, Leo Thompson, Artsy Flashback, Nathan Lim, Caitlin Luigi, Mr. Nedge, A Wild Kitty Cat, Kita-John the Arcane Archer, Carolyn, Andreas, Whitney, Hannah S, Amy Louise, Charlie, Libby Young, and Perlog Anwell. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. That's it for today's video. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and let me know your theories in the comments below. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram for more lore and updates. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!